Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. This your boy Town Biz. All right, check this out. So, young DC Fly, according to him, he had a recent conversation with Chris Tucker. Now, as you guys know, Chris Tucker is originally from Atlanta, Georgia, as well as Young DC Fly. Young DC Fly is a rapper, actor, and comedian. So he does it all. Nevertheless, he's talked about this on more than one occasion. He's talked about this a few times over the years, and he's just really been like hinting he wants this to be done. And me myself, I didn't have a problem with the idea, but the problem is, I'll get to that later, what the problem is now versus what the problem was, 2, 3, 4 years ago. All right, so with that being said, he said he had a conversation with Chris Tucker. And Chris Tucker, as you guys know, Chris Tucker's rise to stardom and fame was basically appearing in, the cult classic Hood movie Friday, along with Ice Cube. And it became a classic. It's not really what you would call a black classic. I'm talking about it's a universal crossover classic. I'm talking about everybody likes this movie. Generations from generations, all people of all races and nationality. You've seen in similar movies where they tried to emulate, pieces from Friday. So that was a good look for Ice Cube, you know. But nevertheless, Friday went on to have two sequels. Next Friday and then Friday after next. Now, the original star of the movie alongside Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, he decided not to do a sequel to Friday. Now, since then, Chris Tucker went on to do the Rush Hour movies. He did some stuff after that, but Chris Tucker, as far as being in film, kind of died down. And for the past X amount of years, there been talk of trying to do one last Friday movie, and they wanted it to include Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker has been hesitant to commit to this film. Now, you've heard different stories on why Chris Tucker didn't appear in the sequel to Friday. Just a variety of different reasons. Chris Tucker is on film, audio and video, changing his story multiple times about why he didn't appear in a sequel to Friday, from the money to he was off of Rush Hour to he didn't like the direction of the Smokey character, but then he played questionable characters after Friday. So, it really come down to, what you believe. I have my beliefs on why he didn't do it, and there's other people who have their beliefs. But Young DC5 said that Chris Tucker said if he can play his son in the movie, he said he would return. And, to a certain degree, that might be cap on Chris Tucker's part. Because at this point, you can't get Chris Tucker to commit to the movie. Now, a few years ago, there was talks that he was on board to do it. And that's what I'm saying. He'll tell one media outlet, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. Then he say, I don't know. Then he say, no, it's definitely not happened. So it's just been a lot of inconsistency with Chris Tucker. Ice Cube has told his side of the story. And you've heard people who appeared in the movie tell their side of the story. And once again, everybody has different versions on what happened. Now, me, myself, I just think it ain't even no use to do another Friday movie, because at the end of the day, John Witherspoon is no longer with us, and he was key to the success of the movie, playing Ice Cube's father. And it's just, even though Ice Cube is the star of the movie, him and Mike Epps, because Mike Epps had to take over for Chris Tucker, and Mike Epps done a very good job replacing Chris Tucker as a second lead in the film. But John Witherspoon is not here. The guy that played Debo isn't here, even though the Debo character wasn't in the third installment. But there were talks of bringing him back for One Last Friday film. And as you guys know, Tiny Lister is no longer with us. And this is, and not to mention multiple characters who have been in the movie have passed. You know, from Bernie Mac is no longer here. The man that played Roach, he took his life, according to reports. So, you know, you've had cast members that have passed on. Then you have issues with Ice Cube basically fighting with Warner Brothers in New Line Cinema, you know, to get the movie made. They refused to finance the movie. And then due to the fact that they own half of the rights with Ice Cube, well, basically Ice Cube can't take the project to any other film studio because they basically can hold up the movie in court and keep it from coming out, which a lot of people don't understand why they don't want to do One Last Friday movie. Ice Cube said he presented a few scripts and they have rejected all of them. And to be honest with you, nobody understands why New Line Cinema / Warner Brothers won't finance a Last Friday movie. It's not like these movies cost like $100 million to make. Most of those Friday movies cost under $15 million to make, and they were all successful at the box office. They all turned the profit. So that's a mystery to me and a lot of other people. If it's only costing 15 to 20 million to make, and it's making like 50, 60, it's turning a profit. So why not? So a lot of people been scratching their head wondering why won't they do it? And then there was talks of Ice Cube taking Warner Brothers to court basically to get sole ownership of the rights to Friday. Because a lot of people say, well, why don't Ice Cube put it out himself? Well, I just explained to you why he can't put it out himself. So difficult thing. But as far as Young DC Fly, you know, wanting to play Chris Tucker's son, I think that would be a very interesting idea. But the problem is, you can't get the movie made. Keep in mind, at John Witherspoon's memorial service, his homecoming service, Ice Cube called New Line Cinema out, and the people behind the movie not getting made. He named names. It's funny, Warner Brothers didn't want to green light that movie, but they green light stuff like, well, I don't even want to go that route, but they green light some other questionable movies. So, but that's all I have to say about that. I think it would have been interesting if it could have got done a few years ago, but now it would lose its luster. It's lost its luster because, like I said, John Witherspoon's impact on the movie, playing the iconic Pops, like I said, it'd just be hard to do this film without him. So that's my personal opinion. Thank you for listening. It's your boy Town Biz. I am out.